taking this down. A nice little, now we'll put it back up. Holy cow. Well, he sure did bury him. So you know what? I think I can leave this part up. Well, I tell you what, this thing isn't going to come apart for lack of screws, I can tell you that. Holy cow. He took one of my nice elm slabs and we picked on him for it pretty good. I had a really nice elm slab here, 2 inches thick, and freaking ran screws through it. Oh, all the 2-inch lumber around and slabs. And holy cow. But I tell you what, it's good and sturdy. It sure as hell isn't going anywhere with that slab on there. Okay, let's see if we can't revamp this a little bit. Yo. Or if I can reach this without breaking my ass. Care for this. There we go. So, I guess it's time to get that strap off the corner. I'm going to pull these boards back enough so that we can frame that bottom out. I probably better pick this crap up before I trip on it and break my other leg. Trying to get a little neater and cleaner about the way I work. Don't always accomplish it though, but we are trying. Okay. Alright, so before I go any further, I want to take some of the stuff off the stairs because it's in my way. I can't get up and down. Got to get some lumber up here. But before I take this down, I think what I'm going to do is get these infill pieces here, right? You know, I might as well have got it all set up, ready to go, and then just be one step closer to being closed in. So up here where all these purlins meet on the rafters, we got about a 2-inch gap there. We got to fill it in. So what I'm going to do is just cut some blocks, stuff them in there, and toe screw them from down below. They're non-structural. They're just to keep the weather out and the wind, stuff like that. Let's see what we get. All right, well I'm lacking 2 or 3 boards left on this side to finish this gable wall out. But I want to get a door on here. This is a temporary door because when I can, I'm going to get some hardware. We're going to put a slider out here. I don't like hayloft doors that swing out because sometimes it can be a little hard to get them closed again. Of course, you get ropes and stuff like that, you make it work. But with the wind I have here, I don't want to be opening that thing and just wham, have it get away and rip right off the hinges. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a door that opens in to get through the winter. Now the problem that's going to cause me is the door opening in, even opening out. It's not going to stop all the rain right now and all the wet as it runs down from getting in. So what we're going to have to do, I'm going to have to pan the door out. So I have to make some flashing. It'll be a temporary thing, but it should get us through the winter. And we'll just pan the door. We'll put it on a little bit of a bevel so that when it's sitting down there, any water that runs down the door can run off the side of the building rather than running in and rotting this timber out that's below here. This is one of the 10 by 16 tie beams that's right below us on this end. So that's what we're doing. So I'm going to get some trim boards on the outside. I'm going to leave them hanging in the rough opening about 1.5 inches. That way the door has something to stop against and hold there. I just don't want it. It needs to have something to stop against. I don't want to just rely on a doorknob or a handle or something like that, or a hook or something, because there will be kids in and out of here. I don't need somebody leaning on this door and going out the end. But also with children, we're going to have to lock this thing so that they can't just open it and fall out of the barn. We'd really hate to have that happen. So it's not the science of rockets tonight by any means, but it's just a little bit of everything. A little bit of finish, a little bit of let's see if I could do this without falling. I tell you, this process has taken a little bit for closing this in. I was kind of hoping, I've been actually working steady on this all day, and which I don't often get that, I don't often get too many days where I can just go and work on this thing, but today was one of those days. But I'm still moving pretty damn slow. The internet, it's crazy how long it takes to get it back. I mean, the energy levels still aren't what they were pre-accident, but I mean, it could be a lot worse. But I mean, and we're gaining, I'll tell you that. I remember when I first started coming back out here again doing stuff when I was on that peg leg, I could only get 20 minutes and I'd have to sit down for a half an hour. It's really nice. It's really nice to be past that point. At least I'm going all day. I mean, I think I got out here, I probably got out here and started doing stuff about 10 o'clock because I stay up so late. I spend the best hours of the morning sucking down coffee and trying to get my ass alive again. Let's just step on the saw. That's good for it, right? Okay. things my father-in-law never leaves home without when he comes to work on a project. Shim shingles and his scaffolding. It's becoming his trademark. It's a good trademark for us right now, that's for sure. But she shuts, seals halfway decent. I think we're good. I think for tonight, I'm just going to pop a screw in there. If I can get this bit out of here. Just for good measure. There. No kids escaping that. Well, another day, another good bit of progress. So I'm about a good third of the way closed in up here. Quite a bit left to do yet, but I have a couple days off next week for Thanksgiving. So come Wednesday, I'm going to try to pick up get the rest of the 1x10s for the siding, for the sheathing layer, and we'll keep going from there. Still making up for lost time. I'll tell you what, energy is still not back. This, I'll be honest with you, what's left here for closing this up, a good weekend could have gotten it done. But as it is now, I'm moving kind of slow still, real slow around this edge. I don't like it, but we're getting it a little bit at a time. Every day, a few more boards here, a few more boards there. We have still have that big window to put in. I think I might harness off. Probably going to harness off to the strainer beam that connects the two queen posts. That's a pretty big opening. I'm going to be on a step ladder there, so I think I definitely want to be harnessed off there. I'll probably get some help setting that window frame. It's not real heavy. You take the windows, just 3 double hung windows mullion together. You take the windows out, and it's really light, but it is still pretty awkward. And kind of, one that big is kind of a two-man job, especially up in the air like that. I mean, we could fasten it from the inside. The only thing I'm concerned about moving forward, getting to the next phase of putting the finished siding on, which won't happen this winter. Probably, I would imagine next summer I'll start chipping away at that. But what we're going to be doing for the most part, once this is closed in, we're going to start setting up shop in here. Now I've got to move all my woodwork and stuff out of the pit of despair. I've got a bunch of it in the attic. I've just got a ton of it. And we got a lot of benches to make. We have a lot of that stuff to do. I have a really nice, I don't know if you guys have seen it in some of the videos outside there, I've got a good commercial grade exhaust fan. It's a 120 volt motor. It's made for like your fryer hoods, stuff like that. It needs a bearing. I have a bearing for it. We're going to put new bearings in it, and we're going to have to degrease the hell out of it, because what will end up happening, I'm going to use that for my, I'm going to build a welding hood and a hood for the coal forge. Reason being is to put a stack in there, a standard stack for a coal forge. It'd have to go all the way up through the peak and I'm not looking to do that at this point, but we do have to be aware of sparks and things like that. And the coal forge doesn't give off a lot of sparks, but you do get some here and there. So we'll probably be putting a spark screen inside of that hood once we're done. We'll get new bearings in it. The motor's in good shape. I've megged it out. It's pretty good. So that'll be good. But that's future videos coming up. That'll be off the side of the building, off the northern wall. I think we're going to set up the forge in that downstairs in that northeast corner towards the back of the building. Then the front of the building, moving forward as we go. I've got enough room, hopefully, for a couple of tractors I have to rebuild, set those up in there, get the welding stuff, of course, the lawnmower, all that stuff that's been outside for all these years. I can't wait to be able to get it in out of the weather. I tried putting tarps on. You guys see how that is here. It's just, tarps do not last, but that's moving forward. But anyhow, I am beat. I am spanked. It has been a long day. This thing, this leg is killing me, so I think it's time to go in, edit this guy, try to get it uploaded tonight. We'll see what develops, but again, thank you for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one.